Hey Final Community, welcome to my channel. This is my first video. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I'm not gonna edit or reshape or do whatever with this video. Just gonna be spontaneous, or as spontaneous as it can be. Because I prepared some records to show you for the Vinyl Tag 2024. So I thought this was a good opportunity to start my video channel on YouTube. I also have a Instagram account under the same name where I will be posting more this year, I promise. So yeah, I'm gonna kick off 2024 with some good intentions and start my own video channel. We'll see where it goes. I have no idea. Anyway, the Vinyl Community Tag 2024 was created by Rob Walker. I think the previous years as well, I'm not sure. But it's a list of 20 categories where you can show records or just give a shout out to artists or whatever. So yeah, here it goes. I'm gonna look here a bit because I have it on my laptop here, the 20 questions. So here goes. Favorite record you purchased in 2023? That's a bit of a no-brainer actually. And the 6-inch pianist also named it his favorite new record of 2023, and that is Roisin Murphy's Hit Parade. I love Roisin Murphy. I've been following her since, following her career since day one with Moloko. This is a new album produced by DJ Kotze. It came in a beautiful gatefold with a booklet and deluxe vinyl with a bonus track and everything. I'm going to see her in March in Cologne. I'm very excited. It's going to be I lost count how many times I saw her live. But this is a great album, and I really enjoyed it, and I will be enjoying it in the years to come. So Roisin Murphy, Hit Parade, favorite record of 2023. Last record you bought in 2023, actually that are two. I bought them at the Vinyl Corner in Kortrijk, which is the town where I was born and raised, and Bruno has a very nice little shop there, so shout out to you, Bruno. See you soon. So I bought two records there. The first one is, I hope everything's in focus. I don't know, I have no idea what I'm doing. Space is the Place by Sun Ra, which is a classic Afro-futuristic masterpiece in a way, because I listened to it again last night. It's really, really, really beautiful. And this is the Verve by Request reissue. There have been some reviews about this, that the pressing is not good. Mine sounded perfect, not warped. It was very silent. And yeah, great listen. So thanks, Sun Ra. Space is the Place. And not as experimental as some people say it is. It's very accessible, I thought. I've been listening to a lot of weird music in the 90s, so maybe that's my point of view. The other one I bought is this fantastic compilation on Music from Memory. It's their 66th release. I've been, following the label since day one as well. This is the celebration of 10 years of the label. Came in a beautiful, can you see this? Yeah, beautiful gatefold. But sadly, one of the founding members, Jamie Till, died in 2023. So it's kind of a sad anniversary, but I hope the other guys behind the label find the courage and the inspiration to continue his work, because it's a fantastic label out of Amsterdam. And this is a compilation to celebrate the 10th anniversary. Music from Memory 10. Beautiful record. A band or singer who released 2 or more albums in the same year. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be 2023, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because it doesn't happen a lot these days. In the 60s, I think the Beatles and the Stones regularly released 2 albums in the same year. and it now and then it still happens. But this artist released 3 albums in 2023. I've only bought 2 so far. The other one I don't have is on BBE, but I got these albums from UK techno jazz legend. Is this focused? Yeah, this is focused. This looks good. Like this. Kyrgyz Giorgio, who is on the who makes very beautiful techno music, always with a jazz and funk influence is always there. This one was released on Neroli. It's called Neroli from Italy. It's called Robe of Dreams. Very nice. And this is a new one under the moniker As One, which he made with Catherine Prendergrass, another artist, and he does regular collaborations, but he collaborated with her on this complete album for Detuned Records from Belgium. This is As One. It's called As One Squared. Very nice on the electronic but very soulful side of techno. If you could only listen to music from one decade, which decade would you choose? Well, that's very easy. I was 16 in 1990, and that's the period when you absorb most music, when you start to listen to a lot of different things. And so the 90s brought me acid jazz, then trip hop, then jungle and drum and bass, and then broken beat, and some beautiful alternative rock music as well. So I'm gonna go for the 90s. Although I was thinking in the 70s, you know, the music was made that all the artists in the 90s sampled. So you had soul and funk and jazz and fusion and electronic music with Kraftwerk and Yellow Magic Orchestra in the 1970s. So there's a bit of a doubt there, but 90s music it's in my DNA now. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the 90s. Show the record by a band or a singer from Manchester. For this category, I chose Julie Campbell, who releases music under the name of Lone Lady. And this is her most recent album, Former Things. It's really beautiful. It is in that, if you want Manchester tradition of post-punk and electronic elements, and but this is really beautiful. I've only seen her live once with her first album on a festival. I've never seen her in a venue or a club. I'd like to do that, but then COVID happened, I think. This release is from 2021, yeah, so I don't know if her tour actually happened for this album or I just missed it, I don't know. Anyway, Lone Lady, great artist from Manchester. Next category, which band or singer did you listen to the most in 2023? Well, that's very hard to tell because I buy a lot of music. But the artist I bought the most albums from is a duo from England, I believe, yeah, who released several albums, and a lot of their 90s and 80s albums got re-released and reissued, remastered, color vinyl in 2023. And that is, let me take the right picture here, the right sleeve, maybe this one. Chris and Cozy. Chris and Cozy, of course, 2 founding members of Throbbing Gristle. And they then went their separate ways. I believe, I don't know the complete history about it. This is Chris Carter and Cozy Fanny Tutti. They released incredible alternative 80s music, and in the 90s they followed that electronic path. So 6 of their albums, this one is really great. Yeah, 6 of their albums got reissued and re-released in 2023. I bought them all because the music is just bloody fantastic. It really is very good. And yeah, this is, so 6 albums this year. So that's probably the album or the artist I listened to the most this year. show 7-inch records. I just picked the top of the pile of 7 inches that I still had to organize in the 7-inch boxes, if you will. So I just picked the last ones. I don't buy them that often, but there are some nice ones here. The first one is by Sleepwalker. I'm never gonna get this into focus, right? This is Sleepwalker. Is this focused? Yeah. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is Sleepwalker, a 7-inch on Especial and Kawasaki Records. It is 2 edits from DJ Kawasaki from tracks by Japanese band, jazz band, Sleepwalker. And the B-side features Yukumi Nagano from Little Dragon on vocal. This is great stuff, great Japanese jazz. The next one is a transparent flexi-disc single from Alabaster de Plume, which was the first single from his album that was released in 2023 as well, on International Anthem Records, of course. This one I found in a second-hand shop in Brussels, and I had never seen Miles Davis 7-inch before, so I bought it. This is Tutu by Miles Davis from the album of the same name, of course, with a very nice photograph on the cover. Yeah, so this was a no-brainer. Next one is really, you know, I buy 7 inches because they're cute, you know, and this is Thundercat, Tame Impala. This is their joint single called No More Lies, and it was pressed on this yellow vinyl with a leopard print on the side B. Just, I had to have this. Thank you, Bruno, as well. I bought this in a vinyl corner in Kortrijk too. The next one I don't know that much about, but just that I liked it, but I didn't do any research. It's just on a French label called Brock Records, and it has a really cute, very nice artwork. I really like this kind of fuzzy, funky stuff. It's the Soul Surfers and Janko Nilovic, Two Tales for the Mind, Volume 1. And Janko Nilovic, the featured artist, is a keyboard player. He plays organ and piano on this one, though. So I didn't do much research, but I really like it. And yeah, great 7-inch record. Next one. At the end of 2022, we lost Terry Hall, who was, of course, the vocalist with The Specials. And this is a UK classic, one of the best UK singles ever, probably. This is Ghost Town by The Specials in a 40th anniversary reissue. Yeah, brilliant cover, classic. I don't really have to say anything much more about this. And one of my favorite reissue labels of this time and space is Be With Records from England, and they released one of Common's most beautiful singles, I Used to Love Her, on a 7-inch. So Common, the US rapper then known in the beginning of his career as Common Sense, but this was reissued. I don't know if it came out as a single, a 7-inch single originally, I don't know, but this is great. Great hip hop from Common, who of course later went on to win an Oscar together with John Legend for the music for Selma, it was, I believe, the film. Okay, 15 minutes already, ouch, and I'm only at question number 8. Who's coming to your party? Choose 4 music-related people to come to an imaginary dinner party, past or present. Who would you invite? Now, one person I would definitely invite is Kay Tempest, who is a novelist. great books. An artist, recording artist, and an incredible performer and a poet. And I've seen I've seen them live 3 times, and 3 times I left the venue in tears. So, Kay, I need a hug. The other person I would like to invite is a very nice person I met once because I helped organize a party where he was a DJ, and that is Philadelphia producer King Britt. This is Adventures in Lo-Fi, his album from way back, there's no year here, early 2000s I think. Just a fantastic DJ and producer, and just he seemed like a very warm person. And yeah, his parents were in the civil rights movement, and they hung out with Sun Ra, so I hope to pick up some stories from that when he comes to my dinner party. The third person I want to invite to the dinner party is Matt Black from the legendary duo Cold Cut. This is him right there, Matt Black. Yeah, because he's the founding member of Ninja Tune Records. He is a technological innovator, you know, scratching with your videos instead of your records. You know, he was an innovator in that. And he's also an activist for peace and environmental issues. So I really like to have you, Matt, at my dinner table. And the fourth person is another legend from the UK. It's Giles Peterson. Label owner, producer, radio maker, fantastic DJ and selector. And Giles Peterson has talked to so many people in his radio shows and as a festival organizer and stuff like that. So instead of inviting all those people, I'm just going to invite Giles and ask him about all those artists that I'm really interested in. We lost him. She was one musician who passed away in 2023. Now, I made the little list first because, you know, 2023 has been a difficult year for me for personal reasons, and some things seem like a blur. So who did we lose? Who did we lose this year? Robbie Robertson, Sinead O'Connor, Jane Birkin, Astrid Gilberto, Am Fiddler, Tina Turner, Harry Belafonte, Ahmad Jamal, Bobby Caldwell, Wayne Shorter, Dave from De La Soul, Burt Bacharach, Tom Verlaine, David Crosby, Jeff Beck. So there was quite another heavy year in people we lost in music. But of course, the most important artist that we lost, well, there's no ranking in this, of course. That's just stupid. But the one that touched me and had an impact was, of course, Ryuichi Sakamoto, the legend from Japan. It's the only word I can use for him. Ryuichi Sakamoto. His music with Yellow Magic Orchestra, his solo work, his beautiful scores for film, and this great album that was released right after he passed, actually, I think, 12. Beautiful album, and a great loss for music, Ryuichi Sakamoto. And this one was released, I just wanted to show this was released in 2022. This is a collection of reworks by artists who were influenced by Ryuichi Sakamoto, and they reworked some of his tracks. This was released on Milan Records as well. It's called To the Moon and Back, a tribute to Ryuichi Sakamoto. Highly recommended. I like this. This has Thundercat, David Sylvian, Cornelius, Alvo Noto, Finesse, Cinematic Orchestra, a lot of great artists who pay tribute to Ryuichi Sakamoto in a good way, you know. Okay, so I did edit the video because it was getting hot in here. I had to ditch the hoodie and I had to take a drink because I talked too much. So let's continue this. Question number 10. What was it again? Oh, yeah. Imagine you could only listen to music from one country. Which country would you choose? That's easy. England, because England has London. Enough said. You know, that's all I'm going to say about that. Then number 11, name 3 vinyl community channels you discovered in 2023. Now, I'm not sure, I watched vinyl community channels before 2023, I believe, but I'm just gonna name 3 that I really enjoyed watching this year, and I've only recently discovered was James Buttery from Buttery Digs. Yeah, I only recently discovered your channel. I really like what you're doing. I like your taste. I like your view on music and vinyl collecting. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Enjoyed watching that. Of course, Chris from What Can Brown Jazz Vinyl, a real connoisseur, and his knowledge of jazz is just incredible. And I really like watching his videos. And I bought some of his recommendations as well. So thanks for that. And I have to name Harris Pilton because his videos are are funny. I enjoy watching them, and he shows 12-inch singles, which I really like as well. You know, so from some of those 80s hits or new wave or stuff like that, and I really like watching his videos. So that's number 11. 3 vinyl community channels. Show a record you bought when you were a teenager. I was gonna show Violator from Depeche Mode because I consider that the first electronic album I bought, but I bought it on cassette, so it's records only. I know it's about the music, but anyway, I'm gonna do this right. It's my first post. So a record I bought as a teenager is Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson. This is a great album. This is peak Janet, with Jam and Lewis, and I really liked the film that was released. There was a 30-minute film which hasn't seen the light of day on DVD or Blu-ray. So I hope the copyright and other stuff gets sorted that she can release it. This has so many hits: "Miss You Much," "Black Cat," "Escapade," "Rhythm Nation," and one of my favorite ballads of all time, "Come Back to Me." I love that track. I really like that. So I bought this as a teenager when it came out. Rhythm Nation, Janet Jackson. Did I skip any? No, I think I did. I'm doing good. Number 13, show a soul or funk record. And I'm going to show Alice Russell, because people don't talk enough about Alice Russell. She is so underrated. She's an incredible vocalist, makes beautiful soul music, and yeah, I think she's going to release a new album this year, so I will talk about that on future videos, without a doubt. Alice Russell. This is To Dust, which was released in 2013 already. Wow. Time goes fast. Check out her solo work, check out her work she did with the Quantic Soul Orchestra as well, or with other producers. Alice Russell, a great and very underrated soul artist from the UK. 14, show a record you think everybody has, and then show a record you think nobody has. Well, everybody has this, right? Everybody needs a copy of this in their home. Purple Rain by Prince, and everyone probably does. Show a record that nobody has. Well, I went for something that was very rare in my collection. I think only 50 were made. I should have looked it up. I should have done my research again. But this is a 5-inch single from Quantic. Now, if you don't know Quantic, Quantic is a producer, songwriter, performer, musician from England who then moved to Colombia for a few years. Now I think he lives in the US. He's just released an album last year. I'm gonna show this a bit closer, right? Again, Quantic. This was released as a, you could only buy this on his tour, and it has the track El Yage. Oh, only 100, yes, this is number 14 of 100, so only 100 people have this, which isn't much in the world, is it? And it's signed by Quantic himself, Mr. Will Holland. So nobody has this except for the 100 people who do, obviously. She's great, a record by female artist you bought in 2023. Jasmine Lacey. Voice Notes, I'm sorry. This is considered her debut album. She has released 3 EPs and what to me was like an album before. But this is her debut album. It's double vinyl. It was largely produced with incredible musician Dave Okumu. This is a great jazz record. Fantastic UK jazz from Jasmine Lacey, out in 2023. In my opinion, one of the best albums of last year. You really need to, if you like vocal jazz, you know, people have bought Black Classical Music by Yusuf Days. It's not completely the same, of course, but it comes from the same roots and scene and background, I think. So this is a great album from 2023. Jasmine Lacey. The favorite video you posted on your channel in 2023? Well, none. And the favorite video you watched on the vinyl community in 2023? Well, the first one that comes to mind is Mazzy's Top Wankers of 2023. That was the last one that I really enjoyed watching. I had a laugh with that, and so yeah, I really enjoyed that. So Mazzy, shout out. Show a record you describe as a 90s classic. Well, that's a no-brainer as well. I don't need to say more. DJ Shadow introducing the best album of the 90s, or probably one of the most important ones. Then, if I could walk into the cover, look through your collection, and choose a record cover you'd like to be a part of, well, some people have chosen live albums, you know, where they would like to be at the venue, or where the artist, he or she or them, are in a very sexy, casual environment, and people would like to be at the photo shoot. I picked this one. I would like to take a walk into this cover. You see, when this came out in 1991, is it 91? Yeah. While I was listening to this, I looked at this cover constantly because it has so much mystery about it. And you could actually, I have a collector's edition CD that pulls out like this 3D pop-up thing, but I looked for it, I couldn't find it immediately to make this video. But anyway, you see you have this little theme park rides here. There's lots of animals, and there's a king dog and a queen bird. There's so much to discover here and so much to walk into. You know, you have this little magician who has a number 7 on his hat. The elephant has number 9 on his head. Why? What, Michael? What's going on? What's going on, Michael? And Michael's watching at the world as it evolves around him, and all this mystery and mythology that is created of his person. And yeah, I would love to walk in there and just go behind the scenes and discover the real Michael Jackson. That would be my intention with this. So I'm gonna walk into this. Yeah, dangerous, probably. I'm sorry. It's like the greatest hits. Show a record you're so familiar with that it feels like a greatest hits. Another 90s album I said it, 90s are music is in my DNA. Dug No Bass with My Headman from Underworld. This is their, it's not their first album, but it's the first album with DJ Darren Emerson. It gave him their breakthrough to, it crossed over from a techno public to a bigger pop rock audience. And it has so many classic tracks on there that they still perform live. Sometimes it has Dark and Long, Skyscraper, I Love You, which is just phenomenal. Dirty Epic, Cowgirl is performed always at their shows. So this feels like a greatest hits album. I know this from beginning to the end and back and upside down. I know this album. I know this. I can dream this album. So yeah, great stuff from Underworld. And finally, number 20. I hope I can keep this under the half-hour mark. Probably. Show me an album that was released in 1974. So an album that celebrates its 50th anniversary in 2024. I'm sorry. And I looked at my Discogs list, and I just chose the most recent record from 1974 that I bought. And that is this one. Let's ditch the Obi strip. This is Masabumi Kickuchi, East Wind. Before I bought this, I had an album of his which was very jazz, funk, stylish, with kind of Herbie Hancock, Electric Miles Davis kind of stuff. But this is pure jazz. It only has 2 tracks, one on side A and one on side B, 20 and 25 minutes respectively. Masabumi Kickuchi was, or is, I should say, a pianist. This is in a quintet setting with trumpet, tenor saxophone, bass, and drums. And it's beautiful. It's a great Japanese jazz record from 1974, 50th anniversary. Masabumi Kickuchi. So those were my 20 picks for the Vinyl Tag 2024. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you, well, that's maybe shooting too high or aiming too high. Got inspired, I was going to say, but that's what I'm going to try to do. Just talk about music and what inspires me and all that stuff. So yeah, I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.